These are the things that I regret about my breast reduction surgery and back lipo. It's been about 3 months since I had my breast reduction and back lipo surgeries, and right now, I ain't got a single regret. I have had to wear a bra since I was like in the 2nd or 3rd grade. Now, as an adult, I embraced it, but deep down inside, I knew that I could do more with less titty. Breast reduction surgeries have a ridiculously high satisfaction rate. Something like 95% of people who get breast reductions are happy with the result. And I am one of them. Here's some quick backstory. I have wanted a breast reduction surgery for a while now and even researched it a ton a couple of years ago, right? But I kept seeing afters that look super boxy and I ain't want them titties. And very much like me, it'll take me like 10 years to research something and then one day out of the blue, I'll be like, all right, let me do it. So one day, like probably 3 years ago, maybe even more than that, I asked my dermatologist if she knew of any plastic surgeons that she could recommend for breast reduction surgery. She gave me a whole list. So immediately after getting the list, I tucked it away and then forgot about it for a couple of months. And then one day I was like, oh, let me go through that list. And then I didn't know where I put the list. I had to ask my derm again, you know, it's the list of the plastic surgeons again. And then this time I was like, let me do this work and look through these doctors before I forget again. And you know, that's what I did. So I looked at their work and I wound up being most impressed with the work of the doctor that I wound up going to. So I made an appointment for a consultation, met with the doctor, got a really good vibe from him, and I was like, yep, he doing my titties. Now y'all, this is why you need to do your own research. You cannot just simply go to who I go to, because the way that I do my research is a little unconventional, because I just go by vibe a lot. Like I look at the work, but I mostly go by vibe. And what I vibe on, you may not vibe on, because what's not gonna happen is what happened with my dermatologist. Now on my skincare channel, y'all done decided, you know what, I'm gonna go to the dermatologist that Danielle went to. I ain't never said nowhere there that this is the only dermatologist that you need to go to. I said this is who I go to, right? And I had some of y'all in my DMs complaining about the wait time, asking me follow-up questions about your procedure when you need to be calling her office. So I was like, yo, if y'all doing that for a dermatologist, I can't even imagine what would happen with a plastic surgeon. So this is me saying this. I'ma tell you who I went to, but you do your own research because you ain't involving me. Y'all ain't gonna be badgering me over something as serious as plastic surgery. No. I went to Dr. David Cangello in Manhattan. Me, myself personally, I was not trying to travel out of state, out of country, none of that. I even was like, damn, I gotta leave Queens and go to Manhattan for this surgery. That's how much I did not want to travel. Now, I also paid cash. Now, there are instances where you can go through insurance for breast reductions. You do that research yourself. I don't know nothing about that. Now, not everybody's surgery is gonna cost the same because we don't all need the same things, but I paid a little over $26,000 for my breast reduction and back liposuction. Now, by the time this video publishes, by the time you actually see it, I'll be about 3 months post-op. There are some changes that I may see down the line at the 6-month mark, at the 1-year mark, but right now I'm very pleased. I was originally a 36 triple D, now I'm a 38C. Now I haven't seen a C cup since maybe like the 5th or 6th grade, but the rack is racket. I'm also pretty pleased with the back lipo, although I'm like, dang, I wish they could have taken out a little bit more. Although I fully understand that there's only a certain amount of fat that they can take out with a liposuction, you know, due to the risk of complication. I feel like now I can continue to work out with my trainer at the gym and actually see some definition back there, because we've been doing some back workouts, but now that there's not so much fat back there, maybe, you know, I could actually see something working. So recovery was okay-ish. I think one of the biggest things for me that was like, oh my God, get me out of here, was that I couldn't do a lot of my favorite activities. So for instance, I couldn't go to the gym for 6 weeks. I could barely drive or even be a passenger in a car. And things like walking at even above a moderate pace or doing laundry would hurt. So I couldn't even really do that. Now, as long as I was chilling, which I usually don't be chilling, I just be itching to go out and stuff like that. The pain wasn't terrible. You know, the first couple of days out of, out of surgeries can be a lot. I had some painkillers, but them painkillers make you constipated, and then you got on the compression garment, and I ain't gotta be the one to tell you that compression garments and constipation don't go together. Even with that, I still think that the biggest thing that bothered me during recovery was not being able to like go out and do the things that I'm usually able to do, especially since my recovery was in January, February, and early March, which is like the most boring, most like, oh my God, get me out of here kind of times of the year because it's winter. But literally, as soon as my doctor said that I'm okay to work out at my 6-week post-op appointment, I immediately text my trainer, was like, yo, take my freeze off my account. I'm back in here. I'm outside. We gonna be working out, yo. I'm looking forward to warmer weather tops. I'm looking forward to not having the big, thick bra straps digging into my shoulder, leaving grooves and impressions and discoloration right up in here. I mean, I still may have a little discoloration from the bras, but it won't be as bad as it was before. I'm also looking forward to wearing tops where, there's some back exposed, which, yeah, I could have wore that before, with the back fat, but I ain't gonna lie, that was an insecurity for me. I wasn't really feeling, the back fat on me. You know what I'm saying? But I would do this all over again. Like, not a single regret yet. Right now, I'm in the scar management part of my recovery, which I don't have much to say about because that mess it's a slow but steady. You gotta be patient and consistent with it. However, if you were wondering how to deal with scars after surgery or after an injury, Dr. Alexis Stevens, Dr. Dre, the Doctorly channel, they all have videos on how to deal with scars. If you've had a breast reduction surgery or any other kind of cosmetic surgery, tell me all about it in the comments. Get all chitty chatty, let me know, good or bad, what your experience was. Now, next up, I'm telling you why I do not like talking about my weight on the internet, because be some things. Check it out and I'll see you there.